Hey guys, welcome back. I've got some good news. It's about 3 in the afternoon. I didn't get started as soon as I was hoping, but I did manage to get elastic on the bottom of Ray's pants. Now, for those of you who are worried about Canon, oh, that doesn't look right. I've got a picture in my book that shows the ruffles were, well, not ruffles, but these parts right here, they were more or less even. So if anyone disputes that, I can point to the picture in the visual dictionary and say, hey, see this? And besides, the elastic is going to be covered up by the leg wrappings. So, pants are done. And I just now managed to sew up those little holes in the boots with some brown thread. You can't even tell unless you're literally 6 inches away from it, and it's not likely anyone's going to be examining my boots from 6 inches away, so this ought to hold them at least for a while. And now the only thing I need to do now is, since I have doubts about getting the white paint transfer off, take some, I guess, masking tape to it and try and get the worst of this fur off before I pack these. But yeah, for the most part, the modifications to the costumes are done. The only thing I need to do now is starch and iron the Jedi collars, maybe add some more Velcro to the inner tunic because I've been using a safety pin to close that like forever. Other than that, the costume modifications are done. Only thing I need to do now is iron the costumes and then pack them. So I'm going to be taking a break at least for today. My neck is killing me since I've been bending over pinning and sewing. This looks pretty... This is the best I could do without a machine, by hand, and knowing little to nothing of sewing with elastic and not having anything to stretch it out, so I had to basically skip every other ridge, I guess you could say, and then sew it that way. But like I said, once I'm wearing it and once the leg wrappings are on it, you should not be able to tell at all. I was going to do a top 10 countdown today, but unfortunately, I forgot to make up the list before today since I've been so busy with con coming up. So, you may or may not be getting that countdown, kind of doubtful. So, other than finishing up packing, the only thing I'm waiting on now is the deposit of the rest of my money in the bank so I can take it out, and then I have enough to chip in for gas and whatever food I may need, and yeah, anything else I need to chip in for. I was going to start either adding some Velcro or ironing the inner tunic. That thing reeks. I don't remember the last time I've washed it because there are like frayed threads in there, so I don't like washing it very often for fear it's going to fall apart. My outer tunic's a little sturdier, but yeah, it was high time I washed that thing, so I stuck it in the washer on the gentle cycle. Just pulled it out and stuck it in the dryer. I'm going to dry it in like very careful increments. It was sopping wet when I pulled it out, by the way, so I'm thinking I may have to do several increments and then just hang it up to dry the rest of the way after getting the worst of the wrinkles out, and then iron it tomorrow and finally get everything packed. But I wanted to show you, remember that great big green bag I was using? Well, it turns out to make things easier on us, we're going to have our costumes at a secret spot behind the scenes, and we're just going to basically leave them there until the con is over. You know, a lot of them have got locks and everything like that. So, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, I can't have my clothes at the convention center, so what I had to do was get a smaller bag for my luggage and put my costume in a separate bin. So this is what I've got. It's very rough right now, but here's the Jedi part. It needs to be reorganized, but anyway. And Ray's going to be on that side with the boots and everything else. And this is very basic. I just grabbed a magic marker and drew that on there real quick. And in case you can't read Operesh, this says a clumsy Jedi, so there we go. It may be a bad idea sticking everything in a clear bin, but what I'm thinking is very carefully put my folded up costumes and boots, the two separate costumes, into two separate pillowcases. That way, anybody walking by will have no idea whatsoever what's in there. That way, there will be a lot less chance of anybody swiping my lightsaber. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess that's all for today. I can't think of anything else I can do tonight. So, I'm going to have to put off ironing the things until tomorrow. And, yeah, I was going to do top 10, but I can't think, and I cannot do any more research because due to various circumstances I no longer have access to Netflix, therefore I cannot rewatch different Clone Wars episodes, so that is going to have to wait until further notice. But that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more G-rated Star Wars content and you want to see what it's like for a costumer to go to FanX, a Comic-Con, go ahead and post a go ahead and click that little subscription button down below. Do not have a question of the day at the moment, but I'll keep you updated on that. So until next time, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Bye, guys. Oh, yes, and incidentally, I will be getting a different bin for my costume after the convention is over. So, yeah, anyway, see you next time. Bye!
And besides, nobody likes a clumsy Jedi.
Clumsy?